What hope can you offer students who feel like they're caught in the riptide of success, of busyness, of academic pressure? How do you think they can be convinced, or how can they change to embrace a life characterized by flourishing rather than mere busyness?
I think a place to start with students is to begin with talking about just the nature of work. And there are many different strains of thought I would want to consider here, but to consider the goodness of work, first of all, that the work that we are given in the world, our vocational calling, the work that they have as students in their classes, this is work that is designed by God and is meant for human good, for human flourishing. We are made to be workers because we are made by a working God. And so when we work, it is part of how we derive a sense of purpose in the world and a sense of fulfillment. It's also a way that we image God and we reflect His glory to the world around us. I think many students operate from a mentality, like many of my peers do too, that work is some kind of necessary evil to be survived, to get through in order to come to a time of leisure or time off. And that's undervaluing work from a biblical perspective. So helping the students to realize that work is something that they were designed to do, and it is for their good. And also to help them capture a sense that work is a part of their worship. And again, you could look at passages, particularly in Ephesians chapter 6 or Matthew 22, where we see that God is saying, as you work, it is a way to please your Savior, Jesus. That when a student is given an assignment to write a paper or to finish a problem set by a TA, that they can remember that Jesus stands in authority behind their earthly authority, giving them that assignment. And so when they work hard to complete that assignment, they are working to honor Jesus. And so it is a part of their worship. And then they're set free. The Ephesians passage particularly highlights how they are set free to work with an eye to pleasing their Lord and not to please just their teacher or the approval of peers or parents. So work being inherently good and work being a way of worship. And just to begin with that understanding, I think it will really help students not put their identity in their work, to refrain from thinking work is just this frustrating thing that they need to escape from. The other aspect that I would consider here would be that work is not about competing with their peers, but work can be viewed as a way to contribute to the needs of the world around us. So away from competition toward how can I contribute. And here we would help students consider their motivations for why they are saying yes to so many things, even when their time is stretched. When you consider an opportunity with how can I best contribute to the world around me? What are my gifts? What are my abilities? What are the circumstances God has placed me in? How can I contribute? How can I serve? That's a very different mentality than I must say yes because I must compete, I must look better, I must do more.